Did you know the Disney company once tried to build a theme park next to the Queen Mary? History is all around us, but sometimes it gets a little lost. I'm Jesse Lopez, and this is Discovered History. First announced on July 31st, 1990, the Disney company planned to build a 400-plus acre resort consisting of 5 hotels, a monorail, and of course, a theme park. But why was Disney interested in building in Long Beach to begin with? Well, you see, back when Disneyland was first being built, Walt Disney, low on funds, needed to build a hotel next to his new theme park. For this, he turned to his good friend Jack Rather to build a hotel for Disneyland's guests to stay in. Jack agreed to help on the condition that Walt Disney never compete by building any hotels around Disneyland. The deal worked great until the 1980s, when then CEO Michael Eisner decided he wanted to expand the Disneyland Resort by building a second theme park. If Disney was going to build another theme park in Anaheim, they would have to have more Disney hotels built on land owned by the Rather Corporation. So in 1987, the Walt Disney Company sought ownership of the Rather Corporation for the Disneyland Hotel, and got it, along with other holdings including the Lone Ranger, the Spruce Goose, and the lease and rights to build around the Queen Mary in Long Beach. Disney was now the new leaseholder of the Queen Mary. Enter Port Disney. The development of Port Disney was to take place around the Queen Mary, as well as where the current location of the Pike Outlets and the Aquarium of the Pacific are today. The Pike area would have been known as Cityside, and the area around the Queen Mary would have been known as Portside. Port Disney would have cost $2 billion, and that's in 1990 dollars, taken 10 years to build and open in the year 2000. The project would have required a landfill of approximately 250 acres. Additionally, major infrastructure improvements and the widening of roads leading up to Port Disney would have also been necessary. All of this would have required a lot of support from the Long Beach City Council as well as the residents of Long Beach. To help drum up support, Disney mailed out a brochure like this one to help explain their plan and tout the 24,000 new jobs the project would bring to the city. But why did Disney decide not to build in Long Beach and instead build Disney's California Adventure in Anaheim? For one thing, the city of Long Beach and its residents were reluctant to allow a development of this size along its shore. Secondly, and most importantly, the California Coastal Commission must approve any project along the California Coastal Zone. The commission wanted Disney to spend $75 million to offset the footprint of Port Disney, but the Disney company would only commit to $50 million. Faced with this impasse, along with a more enticing deal from Anaheim, Disney chose instead to build their second California theme park across the way from Disneyland. Now I know what you're thinking. What happened to all the plans Disney had for Disney Sea in Long Beach? Did they just disappear? Well, not exactly. A lot of what could have been in Long Beach came to be 5,000 miles across the Pacific Ocean. Many of the ideas, concepts, and rides developed for the Long Beach Park made it into another Disney park known as Tokyo Disney Sea. Completed in 2001, Tokyo Disney Sea features many of the rides imagined for the Long Beach Park, along with a steamer ship restaurant that bears a striking resemblance to a queen back home. Most recently, Urban Commons, which holds the current lease to the Queen Mary and its surrounding property, announced a $250 million plan to develop Queen Mary Island. The plan includes a boardwalk, an amphitheater, and an adventure experience center. These plans are in part an effort to help fund the restoration of the now rapidly aging ship and bring it back to its former glory. The Queen Mary has undergone many changes since it arrived over half a century ago. And it's fun to think about what might have been had Disney chosen to build in Long Beach instead of Anaheim. Till next time, I'm Jesse Lopez, and this was Discovered History. I'm standing on the deck of the SS Columbia, which is meant to be a copy of the Queen Mary. As you can see, it looks very much like the Queen Mary, down to the smokestacks.